Well, hello there, and welcome again to Kiwi Steve's Global Kitchen. I know it's been a while, but I don't know. I've been very busy, lots of other activities going on. But I keep getting requests for to do some more of my cooking shows and tell a few stories. And just recently, the other week, I had a request. Could you please do this waffle recipe that you make on your cooking channel? So, well, that's what we're going to do today. So, kia ora. And it's fantastic. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And it's easy to make and it doesn't take long. So what do we need? Well, we need 1.5 cups of plain flour. We need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. We need 2 eggs. We need butter, 1/3 cup of butter. Then what we need is, of course, tablespoonful of sugar, teaspoonful of salt, and what else we're going to finish it off with? Of course, 1.5 cups of milk. I don't think I covered the milk. And then we're going to finish it off with, we're going to put some, vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And the best part is maple syrup. We're going to put maple syrup on it. And of course, my favorite, whipped cream. But wait, there's more. And some peaches. But you can put on whatever you like. You can put fruit salad on, it's up to you. And I also have a waffle machine right here. But you know, if you had a non-stick frying pan, a really good one, I think you could probably do this in that as well. So we're going to get into this pretty quickly. But first I'd like to say, before I start cooking, a special shout out to a Facebook friend and also a subscriber by the name of Tonu. A really nice young guy. And I ran into him at a mall a couple of months ago and a little while ago, and I'll just tell you about that because it was quite funny. And anyway, so we get on with cooking this waffle, shall we? Because I know you're all very hungry and you want to make waffles. So we'll put the flour, there we go, put the flour in. So this is all pretty quick. The baking powder, that goes in. So, salt, teaspoon of salt, there we go, we got the salt. Tablespoon of sugar. I'll be right back. Here we go. Tablespoonful of sugar. Oh, I can't wait to get into this. Actually, I made this the other night. I was cooking for a number of people and I made this recipe for dessert and everybody loved it. They wanted more. One lady said, "Oh, I can only eat half of that. It's just too much, it's too much." Well, you know what? She ate the whole lot. Now, we're going to throw, no we won't, we shall put in the milk. You need to warm the milk up. That's very important. So we're going to warm the milk up. Well, I've already warmed it up. So, you know, we save some time because we don't want you falling asleep now, do we, while I'm cooking. And here we go with 1/3 cup of butter. My goodness. So we'll put the salt in, we'll put the sugar in, we'll put, there we go. Let's mix that all up. If it gets a bit thick, I might just add a little bit more milk. Yes. So now we'll put the eggs in. There we go. 1, 2 eggs. And I'll give it a bit of a mix. So I don't know where you're watching this from, but I hope you can get access to a waffle maker, because they do help, and it's just a lot easier than trying to do it in a non-stick fry pan. So let's get into it and get the mixing going. Normally when I'm doing this, it's a little bit thick, you know. I'm using a high-grade flour. Normally I just would suggest that you just use normal flour. So I'm gonna put a little bit more milk in there, because in all honesty, the viscosity is really important. We don't want the milk standing. The viscosity is really important, because you want it a little bit thinner, not too thick. So that's looking a bit better. And normally I usually let this settle for at least an hour. Once I've already, oh, this is looking really good. That's better. Not quite enough milk. So while I'm doing that, we're going to put on the waffle maker. Oh no, here we go. One off, one on. Oh, this is going to be my quickest recipe ever. So the waffle maker's going on. We'll let that heat it up. We'll let that settle a little bit. Have I missed anything out? Quite possible. So, put that over here. Oh my goodness. Looks like waffles again today for me. Still, I'm not complaining, am I? Only when I want to go to the gym, and then I stand on the scales, and then it's a nightmare, Charlie. So, tonu. What happens with regards to tonu? I was in a mall not far from where I live, and I was just walking along, you know, busy about what I'm doing, and I hear someone yell out, "Peter! Peter!" I thought, oh well, everybody's called Peter in the mall, so it's not me. I'm Stephen with a PH, Tspn. So Peter, and then I got the shock of my life. Peter Papagopalopagus! Peter Papagopalopagus! I was shocked. I turned around, because Peter Papagopalopagus was a name that I gave to an Indian man on the train. And if you want to see that, it's actually quite funny. So you would have to go back to my Nimish dessert recipe, this beautiful Indian recipe dessert that I made. Yes, Peter Papagopalopagus. So anyway, so he came up to me and I recognized him, Tonu, and it was lovely to see you. So anyway, Tonu, this one is a shout out for you, and I hope you can make this sometime, or at least go and buy a waffle and remember Peter Papagopalopagus. We met in the mall. So, waiting for this to heat up. It shouldn't be too long now. So as soon as it's heated up, we shall put it on, and then we shall enjoy. So I'll get back to you, because it may just take a few minutes to heat up, and we will see you in a minute. Well, welcome back. I forgot to put the vanilla essence in. So, vanilla flavored essence. So we've got that in, so everything should be fine. The waffle maker is now nice and hot. And we shall now, oh, I need something to scoop this out to put in there. We have a ladle. Put the ladle in. There we go. Put that down. And away she goes. Do you know that I have travelled in India so many times? Last Christmas I was there with a friend of mine, and we were there for a month, and we travelled on the train. But I have travelled more than, if you hopped on a train and you travelled around the equator, around the circumference, the equator of the world. That's how far I've travelled on a train in India. And I've been to many states and many places especially in Andhra Pradesh in my travels. But last year, last Christmas, we walked. We did a lot of walking, my friend and I, and we went to the west coast from Goa right down to Kerala, from Kerala into Coimbatore, from Coimbatore up to Ooty, which is fantastic. It's a hill station, and they grow they have lots of tea plantations up there, and there's also a lot of Australian eucalyptus trees, because way back a century ago the Australians planted a lot of eucalyptus trees, or the English maybe did, in Ooty. So we see this is cooking away now. So well, I hope you're hungry, because I am. The good thing about this is it's rather easy to make, and it's very tasty. So we shall open up the can of peaches. Oh, now it's finished. Right, here we go. Look at that. Can you see that? Beautiful. I'll just get that out of there now. Hold on. Oh my goodness, what a lunch I'm going to have today. Maple syrup. Let's put this over here. Maple syrup. Plenty of maple syrup. Now, here's the best part. Here's the best part. The cream. And once again, I need a spoon. Don't go away. Wow. We're going to put the cream on. There we go. I probably put too much cream on. There we go. Now, for some peaches. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, you can use a knife and fork, or you can use a spoon. Let's just have a taste. I bet you'd like to have a taste of this. Here we go. Cheers to Tonu. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I could have this every day, but I can't. Otherwise, I'll be a big tubby. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back again with another episode of Kiwi Steve's Global Kitchen. And I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time. So take care. Maybe next time might be from Thailand again. We shall see. So bye for now.